Hello, everyone. My name is Radhika. Welcome to our first episode of Teal Bites. Today, we have with us Ms. Bitali Biswas, CIO at CK Birla Hospitals. Mitali is a technology leader with a successful track record of over 20 years of leading enterprise IT operations, digital transformation, and data analytics. Very warm welcome, Mitali.
Thanks, Radhika.
So, Mitali, today my question for you is considering your extensive background in digital transformation, what is one key lesson you've learned about managing organizational change during a major technology overhaul?
Right. So change is something, by human nature, nobody likes a change. We all want to be in our own comfort zone and not want too much of a change. And if I talk about healthcare sector, it is more difficult because people are anyway overburnt. I mean, we know the condition of healthcare in our country where the ratio of doctors to patients or nurse to patients is not up to the mark. We have more of demand than we can supply. So any change requires additional work, from different stakeholders. And then you are expecting that, from teams who are already overburdened. So it's not an easy task. And there is no simple recipe to success. It will differ from organization to organization, the kind of project that you have implemented. But based on my experience, I think there are probably not one, but three takeaways that I would like to share, which has helped. Number one, the team. So the team that you create, the core team that you create for digital transformation, make sure you have people from business as part of that core team directly reporting to you. Normally, we focus on the technology part or the IT part since it is digital, making sure that those skills are available. We have a good partner to work with. But what is needed is, people from the business who are part of your core team. And it could be probably the end users. That has worked very well. Some of the end users who was probably in the billing or on the front desk or on patient care, get them as part of your team right from day one, where they help you in defining the requirements. They will be able to give you the right requirements and majorly the exception scenarios which are difficult. Because now
on ground,
yes, because they know the exact challenges on ground. Because when you look at it at the requirements, you would normally consider the happy path, the way the things progress or the process is. So that has helped. They help with the making sure that all the requirements are captured correctly. In testing, in terms of cleaning up the data, because that's another important part of any digital transformation, and also training. So when they go and train their colleagues, the acceptance is much higher, I have seen.
Okay.
Because they consider them as, one of their parts. So they know that, he or she knows what we are going through. And they're more comfortable asking questions, So that, I think, has worked very well for me in one of the very big projects that we took. So I had 5 to 6 people from different departments, and they were like young end users, be part of the team from day one, and that has really helped. So I think the team, of course, your technical team is needed, but make sure you also have people from the business and they have to directly report to you. That is very important. They cannot be, and they have to be freed up of all the tasks that they were doing. They have to be part of this project core team for 2 to 3 years or whatever, the duration of the project is, directly reporting to the person who's leading the project. So that has definitely helped. The second one, I would say, identify your key stakeholders who could be a challenge to your change. There will always be few people who would try to disrupt it. No, this is not, and make sure that it is not implemented. In every organization, you will find. And there are reasons to it. Could be because their work will increase or the efficiency will increase, which means they will lose people from their team. So there could be varied reasons for it, right? So anything you show them, they will say, no, this is not right. The other process was right, or all of that. So those people have to be identified quite early as part of your change management, and make sure that you take them along with you right from day one. So make them part of the decision-making process along with, right? Not that it works all the time for all the stakeholders, but it definitely works for some stakeholders. There'll still be some, even if you take it from day one till the last moment, they'll be problematic, and then you deal with them in a very different way. But I think most, I would say, 60 to 70% of the stakeholders, if you take them along with you from day one, making them part of the decision, asking their inputs. So then they feel, okay, my inputs have also been taken in the process that you are creating. So I think that definitely helps.
Okay.
And the third point that I would like to say is, once you have implemented it, the time after that, especially the first 2 to 3 months,
Okay.
because that's where all the storms are raised, because there's a new way of working, and somebody will say the earlier system, the comparisons will start, the earlier system was better, or this process was better, now we have changed it, now see there are so many problems, this is not working, that is not working. So you need to handhold them very closely for the first couple of months at least. Be with them, be at the counters if it is billing, if it is SCM, be at the stores, be with them. So your project team, they have to handhold them, make sure that their problems are resolved very quickly. The work that they are doing is not hampered. So I think that handhold, because a lot of time we forget once it is implemented, we are happy it's implemented. But I think the time after it, till it stabilizes, is very, very crucial. And it's important that the entire project team, stays engaged, at least for that time, till the users are comfortable, they can handle it on their own, and it's stabilized. So I think these are the three things. I wouldn't say will work everywhere in every organization, in every project, but definitely, I have seen with my experience that it has helped. So, have a team with the presence of business, identify your problematic stakeholders early, and make sure they're part of the entire journey. And third, handhold the users or the impacted stakeholders, after the project has gone live, at least for 2 to 3 months till the system stabilizes.
Okay. Great. I think you put it across very interestingly, and I'm sure whoever's going to hear it is surely going to give it a thought, and it's surely going to help them, in their process of digital transformation. So, Mitali, thank you so much for today, and I look forward to connecting with you again. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Radhika. My pleasure.